This is going to be a video on how to put together the utility rack. This is 150 pounds per shelf of weight storage. 750 pounds total. I bought this at COSTCO for I don't know what. Moved into my mom's house to be her caregiver, and I have been here almost a year and I haven't been able to unpack. Lots of plastic containers. I haven't taken any of my stuff out. It's just been sitting in storage. I mean at the house, on the floor. So this room, I can't even maneuver around it. I bought this thing. These were, I don't remember what it was, like 20, 30 bucks or something. I bought 2 of these. I'm going to show you how to put it together. I know I could do the video in about 30 seconds. If you don't want to listen to me ramble and talk and make this an 8 or 10 minute video, then turn it off right now and go watch a channel that's going to give you a quick video. Please support me. I would definitely appreciate anything. I'm not going to say do the likes and the subscribe. I could care less. Here we go. So I think it's got, as it says, 5 shelves, and it's got a bunch of poles, and it's got some spacers in between the shelving. You really should find a way to stabilize this. This is going to be in a room where I'm at right now. I'm not going to put anything on the top or second from the top shelf, so that you see over there, I'm not going to put anything. Only, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the bottom, the second, and the third from the bottom, I'll put stuff on there. I don't want this to be weight heavy, so maybe I'll put a pair of underwear on the top shelf just so I feel that everything is the right way. I'm going to cut these straps now. There's 2 straps, and one going across from left to right. We'll get all the shelving out, and I'll show you how to put this together. Again, this is going to be a long video, maybe about 3 or 4 hours. This is how they pack it. You can see we've got some extenders for in between the shelves, and we've got the little pieces that are going to go on the bottom. I mean, these long things I think go on the bottom. Maybe not, maybe the smaller ones do. We got the small pieces that are caps that you put on the top. I'm not sure that I'm going to do all 5 shelves. You have an option if you want it. You can put together however many shelves you want. If you don't want to put the spacers in there, you're just done. Alright, so this is how it is. Let me take this thing apart, and we'll start putting it together. Is on the 3rd shelf. We've got 4 spacers, and we've got 4 more spacers on the 4th shelf, and 4 more spacers on the 5th shelf. So this looks like it's a little different than the other models. I'm going to check and see, but it looks like we've got the small pieces of the caps for the top, for the very top one, and this is going to be the 4 pieces for the bottom. Whereas the other models, they used to have little inserts between each shelf. This one doesn't have it now. What they do, you can see, they kind of build in the spacer so they don't have to give you one. I'm going to remove these pieces from this little center holding piece. So these 2 big ones are the foot supports. The 2 small ones are the dust caps, and you can see this piece over here and this piece over here. They will, if you have 2 shelving units, if you bought 2 of these things, you can put these on and kind of connect the 2 shelving units together. I'll show you where these go. I did buy 2 shelving units, but I'm not going to be using these because I'm not going to keep them side by side. So that's going to be the step we're going to do now. I'm going to remove all of the stuff from both of these, and then we're going to start inserting the foot supports into the shelf. You'll notice I've got this shelf turned upside down. This is the bottom of it, and this is where the foot supports are going to go in all 4 corners. These are the 4 foot supports. You don't need anything. You don't need tools for this. If you want to, maybe you want to get a mallet, but you don't need it. You don't want to break this thing. You don't want to hurt it. Be gentle. So these are the foot supports. Oh baby, insert it into the hole. And you'll notice the base is up facing towards me, and I said this shelf is upside down. So I'm going to insert this deep. Oh, that felt so good. Okay, and so you've got a couple fingers width of height for the feet. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go insert this deep penetration of the foot into the hole. It will only go so far, so you probably don't want to use a mallet. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. We're at the 3rd one. Oh! Okay. And then when you're done, you're obviously going to be turning this. This is the 4th one. You're obviously going to be turning. Okay, that doesn't. Yeah, I guess they're in. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn it. Oh, yes. Okay, so that's as far as it can go. And then what you want to do, you want to turn this thing upside down, which we're going to do right now. And okay, a little force on there, make sure it's in deep, which it is. What we're going to do now is what we are going to do now is we're going to take these supports. These are just the big rods, and you see the narrow end. So you're going to take the narrow end. You'll notice how I made some penetration. It kind of sunk in there. That's what you want. You don't want it to. You see what's going on here? You see how you've got the really tight center hole, and then it gets a little wider. So this piece needs to fit into the tight center hole. So you go, now it's just resting there, but watch what I do. And it's in. Okay, so we're going to do that for the other two corners. Oh, baby. There it is. We've got insertion has taken place, and we've got the fourth one. It's sitting there, but we got to get it in. Got to get it in. Slide it. Oh, yes. Okay, that's in. That is definitely in. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab one of these shelves, and I'm going to insert it on the top. So what's going to happen is these pieces, these four corner pieces, these rods, these poles, are going to fit into the bottom. See how we've got it narrowed on the top, but on the bottom, these things will slide right in. So I'm just going to position the shelf over all four of these and then press down. I can't really show that to you on the camera eye. Easier. If you're doing this by yourself and you don't want to stand up, if you're on the floor like I am, with your knees folded, well, not folded, but your legs folded, just take your fingers, oh baby, insert them into the hole, and then you'll be able to get the pole to line up. As long as your fingers are in the as long as your fingers are in the hole, you'll be able to line this thing up. I've got that one and that one lined up. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about over here. I've got the tripod, but I'm not using. Oh, I just did it. I did it with my thumb. Okay, so we've got. So this isn't lined up, so I'm going to take my thumb. It's not lined up. Let's do the two fingers. Two fingers works better, ladies. Okay, let's get that in there. There we go. So now I'm going to go press a little bit here, 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 and then I'm going to stand up now and I'm going to press down the whole shelf to make sure it's completely seated. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to stand up. I probably push down at least half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And oh baby, 3/4 of an inch. That makes a big difference because this thing was not completely secure. So now it's completely secure, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab 4 more rods, 4 more poles, 4 more support shelves, 4 more shelf supports, insert them in here, and then I'm going to put them in there. There you go. Or if you want to and you want to be different, you can put them inside here and then push them down. It's up to you. The important thing is you want to apply pressure with the palm of your hand onto the top of the rod because it needs to be seated deep into that hole. So watch this. It's seated in there now. It's not going anywhere. Now we're going to put the next shelf on there. Okay, the camera shut off. I don't know if it recorded the last step, but I've got 4 shelves on here right now. If you want to super chat me, $5,000 so I can buy a new camera. Alright, so we got 4 shelves on. The problem is that when you get the 5th shelf on, you've got to put the dust covers on. You don't have to, but it might be a little too high up in the air for you to do that. I'm going to put in the last 4 poles. I'm not going to show that on the video. Then I'm going to place the top shelf on there, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Right now, it looks like it's about, with the 4th shelf on, I'm going to put on the 5th shelf. Like I said, I probably won't put anything on there because it's going to be, I don't want anything to fall over. This is stable enough, but it's not going to fall over during an earthquake in California, but if I start putting stuff on the top, it might. There's the 5th shelf. I really don't like it. I'm not going to put anything past the 4th shelf. I really don't know that I want to keep the 5th shelf on. But this is what ends up happening when you do your assembly. I don't know if you can see it. It slides down a little. I'm going to have to turn the camera off to get in here and do the other side of it. My shorts are falling off. I'm losing too much weight. I'll be back to show you the finished product. It just looks so bulky with the fifth shelf on there. Maybe I'll take it off. I don't know. I think I will. I've got my 4 dust covers on the top, which I'm probably not going to put on. Remember I told you about these little pieces? So you got these... Hold on. Oh boy. I'm sweating like crazy in this closed room with no AC. So you've got these little pieces that you can... Where do you attach it? I don't know where you attach it. I guess you attach it over here. You attach this over here. You put this piece in here. Can you see that? You put one piece on this tray, and you put another piece on the other unit that's sitting next to this, and that way it will attach both shelving units. And that is how you assemble this thing. This is the doghouse. I put her down 17 weeks ago. Life is not easy right now. That's why I need a shelving unit, so I can start to put some stuff on here, because I am caregiving and having a rough time. There you go. That's how you assemble these shelving units. Hopefully it helped you. There is 4 shelves. I'm not going to put the 5th one. There it is, 4 shelves. I'm not going to put the 5th one on. It's way too high. I don't want to put anything on there. I might take the poles down later. I probably will. But this is what it looks like. For the amount of money they're asking for this, it's very reasonable. I know you could buy the steel ones, the metal ones. They're very heavy. They're solid. They also rust if you put them out in the garage. But here you go.